My name is Kevin Petrasic. I'm an attorney with the law firm of Parma and Easterday in Overland Park, Kansas. We are often asked, what is Medicaid planning? Generally speaking, Medicaid planning is the process of rearranging your finances in a way that allows you to protect and preserve as much of your assets as possible while still qualifying for Medicaid. It is perfectly legal to take steps that shelter your assets in this way. An analogy to Medicaid planning can be found in tax planning. The courts in the United States have recognized for a long time that taxpayers can arrange their finances in a way that legally minimizes their income tax liability. This is sometimes referred to as tax avoidance. When people take this too far and break the law, it becomes tax evasion. Tax avoidance is legal. Tax evasion is not legal. In a similar manner, Medicaid planning that follows the law will allow you or a loved one to qualify for Medicaid, and at the same time, many assets can be legally placed out of the reach of Medicaid authorities. This type of planning doesn't hide assets, and if the Medicaid officials ask questions, we explain to them quite truthfully why these assets are exempt from paying nursing home bills and expenses. The type of Medicaid planning that makes sense for you and your family depends on how soon the Medicaid benefits are needed. If a senior is already in need of nursing home care, then the Medicaid planning goal will be to qualify the senior for Medicaid as soon as possible, while still exempting as many assets as possible, and spending down the rest of the assets in a way that the family still receives substantial benefit from that spend down. If a family is willing and able to start their planning at least 5 years in advance, in other words, at least 5 years before a loved one will need to enter a nursing home, then the legal titling of many assets can be changed to protect those assets. In most cases, the assets are transferred to a special type of trust, which names as trustee one or more of the children of the senior. Often, one of the assets placed in this special trust is the senior's own home. But the senior is guaranteed that they can continue to live in their home as long as that is feasible. Usually, not all of the senior's assets are placed in this special trust. Enough assets are kept outside the trust for the senior to pay their own living expenses for the next 5 years. Once the 5-year look-back period has expired, the assets in the special trust will not disqualify the senior from Medicaid eligibility.